Hey guys, still at Edinburgh Film Festival, and here's some reviews of the next two movies I saw. The next movie I saw was h0us, and I really liked it. Easily my favorite aspect of this movie is its script. While not without its problems, all of the 9 characters in the film feel well developed, it's got some great dialogue, and overall it's just a very interesting film thanks to its script and premise. Without spoiling anything, there's some very intense and uncomfortable scenes of arguments in this film, and it's very well executed. And considering the man behind this movie has never written or directed or done anything in any film ever before, this is a very impressive script. Sure, I felt like Rafa had way too many monologues in this movie, and I would have preferred the ending if it had been expanded, if the film had been 5 to 10 minutes longer, but outside of that, this is a very impressive script considering the director/writer has never done anything before. All of the acting was very believable and there was never any slip-ups. The film looks pretty damn good from a visual standpoint. There's a scene in a kitchen with some really nice framing work. The setting was well defined, the tone was well developed. Unfortunately, this movie isn't quite perfect by any means. I already mentioned the ending could have been fixed if the film just went on for a bit longer. And honestly, the film as a whole just feels too short despite being an hour and 45 minutes. I honestly felt like this movie could have benefited from being 2 hours long. There are some aspects that don't really make much sense, some of the character decisions are a little weird. Again, this is a first script, and for a first script it's impressive, but that does not mean it's flawless. Some of the editing was a little jarring, and honestly I would have preferred that if they did not just cut to the house shots whenever they needed a scene transition. The music often felt very inappropriately used. There's one scene that uses some visual effects, and the visual effects are very bad. However, all things considered, this is still a very impressive debut movie, and I really enjoyed it. And quite honestly, some of these issues are very likely due to lack of experience and budget. Considering the budget and lack of experience the people involved in making this movie had, it comes off pretty damn good. Definitely check this movie out when you get the chance. It's a very enjoyable watch, and I definitely recommend it, although I don't know how soon I'll be returning to this. And I'm giving h0us a 7 out of 10. Next I saw The Dead Don't Die, and it was pretty awesome. Easily my favorite aspect to this movie was the cast. Nearly every performance was pretty great, and this honestly gave some of my favorite performances of the year. Tilda Swinton's performance and character were pretty fantastic. Adam Driver's constant deadpan performance was absolutely brilliant, and it's a shame I haven't seen him in more comedies. I'm kinda waiting for him to show up in a Wes Anderson movie now, considering how he acted here. Bill Murray was great as per usual. Chloe Sevigny did a fantastic job. Selena Gomez did not do much in the movie, and I could have used more of her, but she still did a pretty great job with what she was given. All in all, there were very rare moments where I found the acting to be bad. Even the child actors in the film did an excellent job. If I did have any performances I didn't like, they came from RZA or RZA or however you say it, I don't know, and Caleb Landry Jones. Now, I can kind of excuse RZA, RZA, whatever, because he's not really an actor. He's part of NWA, he's a rapper, he's a musician, so I can kind of excuse his bad performance, and on top of that, they did not give him much screen time. Caleb Landry Jones, however, did get a fair amount of screen time and is in fact an actor, and he did not do a good job at all. Aside from those two, however, I found the acting in the film to be pretty great. Another great thing about this movie is the characters. I already mentioned I really loved Tilda Swinton's character in this film, but they all had their quirks and things that made them unique, and I really enjoyed that. I also really found the comedy of the film to be really damn funny. The film's really well shot and visually appealing. The music was pretty great. I enjoyed the social commentary of the film for the most part, but there's a monologue at the very end that just feels forced. I found it kinda weird because the film had already effectively made its point, but they just decided to throw it in case you hadn't figured out what they meant yet. And on top of that, the way it's presented just isn't a good monologue. It didn't ruin the end of the movie for me or anything, it's just a very weak speech. Aside from that, the dialogue was pretty fantastic. The film was well paced, and at no point did I find myself being bored. The film also had some very noticeable production value, especially in the wardrobe department. The action was pretty great, although I would have preferred it if they had a lot less slow-mo. The way this movie uses editing in slow motion just felt kind of unfitting. What we're being shown on screen is actually pretty damn cool, but it's made so much less effective by this editing choice. Overall, this is a very damn good movie and I really enjoyed it. It does definitely have flaws, but for what it's going for, it does a pretty fantastic job. And even if this is not my favorite movie of the year, it is definitely one of the most unique, charming, and fun movies I've seen all year. Definitely check this movie out when you get a chance, as it was very good. And I'm giving The Dead Don't Die an 8 out of 10. Stay tuned for more epic Edinburgh Film Festival content throughout the rest of the month. Thank you, bye. The smart ones noticed that is not my usual outro, so if you stayed, then congratulations. Although most of you did, because you can see the runtime of this video. Anywho, I'm just stopping off here to advertise the podcast I'm on, Packing Baggage. It's pretty epic. We've done 2 episodes already. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. There's free collaborators on it. It's pretty awesome. I don't know what else to say. I'd play you a clip, but I can't be bothered. Why listen to a clip when you can listen to the whole episode? Wouldn't that be way more epic? Anywho, I'm going to link it in the description. Definitely check it out because there's going to be lots of stuff going up there, hopefully. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. I guess I could say my usual outro. I guess I'll say my usual outro. That's the end of this video. Like, share, subscribe. I'm bad at outros, and I'll see you in whatever I do next. Or maybe a podcast episode. Let's see. Okay, bye.